My sex, I'm going to keep it in that order. You always stay black first. So stay out of those cross prepositions. I'll explain out the next time I come back out here on a powernomics workshop or something. But that's very important. I can show you all the problems you got with that. And see, but once you stay out of those horizontal issues, like I tell some of my Muslim friends, I said, don't be worried about pushing Islamic faith. Push your skin color first and stay aligned with your people. And I tell them, the people in the Baptist church, quit worrying about about being a Baptist and worry about being black. And again, I have to give credit to your minister. It seems like he's one of the few in the country who understands that. That you put who you are and as a people before you start talking about what denomination you belong to. And especially since most of the denominations on the earth all work together to enslave black folk. All of them pimp and hustle black folk. The Catholics, the Protestants, the Baptists, the Jews, and everybody else got black folk. But what we're going to do then is start, once we get past building these communities, then we're going to start getting into what we call building alternative economic structures. That's very important. You got to build your own alternative economic structure. An alternative economic structure, in the short time I haven't got time to explain it, is nothing but building your own city, your own communities, your own towns. Building a lot of small sub-communities all over America. You build a community of markets, a community of producers, a community of distributors, a community of retailers. And we all interconnect all over the country and build a vertical order. Let me give you an example, for instance. The reason I'm down in Tuskegee and down in New Orleans is because, as an example, we're trying to build 12 major industries in America. The first one is seafoods. Why am I picking seafoods? Because one of the first principles of powernomics is you must always dominate economically wherever you dominate in population. We, as black folk, are one of the largest consumers of seafood in America. We must dominate in seafood production. So what I did down there was go down there and I got blacks now who are raising seafood in ponds. They're growing crabs, oysters, clams, catfish, trout, and bass. I'm building 1,000 acres of sea ponds, food ponds, aqua ponds, where they're raising seafoods. Now, I got blacks in the farmers now. They're going to raise grain, wheat, soybean, corn, and wheat. They're going to make the feed for us to feed those fish. Now, when that comes up, I'm heading out here next week. I'm building and putting in $5 million into a processing plant in the South. I don't name the city because I don't want people to try to cut me off. But we're building our own processing plant. All that seafood then is bought from those black farmers. Those blacks that got land and not using, they're now going into business and making money raising seafood and raising feed. And blacks are now going to be hauling that feed over those ponds. And I'm asking for people to raise the money to build the ponds. And we already got about 5 ponds coming up already. And now, when it comes up, all that seafood is being picked up and shipped to our plant. And in our plant, as I said, the plant's cost almost $5 million, $4.5 million to $5 million. We already got $30 million worth of sales already on the books going through the plant. Okay? Now, once that seafood comes in that plant, it's processed, diced, sliced, and prepared. And then it's shipped out of there up north. I've identified 12 major cities in the north where I'm building receiverships, distributorships for that seafood to be trucked up to and sold out of there. Detroit, Michigan, New York, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Houston, Oakland, California, and New Orleans. And people ask me about Los Angeles. Now, when the food gets there, we're going to have a freezer where all that food is stored. And then we're setting up franchises, fast food franchises. That food would then be transferred over to restaurants. Now, we got the prototype restaurants up now in South Dade. 2 restaurants. They are fast food restaurants called Fish Cities. They're selling the fish and all kind of seafoods with a special kind of menu. Now, McDonald's and Burger King, our 2 competitors on both sides, do about $780,000 a year. We do twice what McDonald's and Burger King do and sell, okay? Our stores sell $1.5 million. They're doing $1.5 million a year, both stores. And our stores, we got traffic around our stores 2 blocks long, 24 hours a day around the store. And they're all black owned. So they can't cut us off. I got us locked in from the seafood to the grain, all the way to the restaurants in the market. Okay? And the only way they can get me out is to turn my people against us. And they can't turn us against us because I love my folk too much and they think too much of what I'm trying to do for them, so they can't get us out. Okay. And so in those cities, we're selling those franchises to blacks at half what it costs to go into a Burger King store. Burger King store costs you about $550,000 to start a store. Our seafood place costs you about $250,000. And you bring back twice the profits. Okay? So we are beating them in that score. Now, also along the line, we're setting up other kinds of operations. Blacks will be going into the trucking business, servicing that. It's vertically ordered. And some blacks will be selling the restaurant suppliers, the security service, the building the stores, the insurance and stuff, the employment agencies. And in each city, our stores will produce something like about 50 businesses per store just in seafoods. Per city, 50 businesses per city. And any blacks can get these franchises, and you all going to have a chance to get them out here in Los Angeles. We're going to come to Los Angeles someplace like next June. At that point in time, save your money and start raising capital. Now, I'm telling you what we're doing out in New Orleans, so you know now down in New Orleans, we don't have one black tourist area in America. And again, I want my people to come together and build a community. So when I was down in New Orleans, I was going through the black community trying to find the old black community. In New Orleans, right now, when people go there, they got the French quarters, all white, no blacks down in that area. I've gone over and identified an area now where we're going to rebuild a black community there. And I got 2 blocks of land down there. I'm trying to build, I'm going to put in black clubs there with black entertainment for a jazz club, a blues club, and a popular club. We're going to put in black restaurants. And we're also going to put in souvenir shops. And we're doing it vertically. And we come out with a national campaign asking all blacks in America, since we don't have a black tourist area in America, plan your conferences only in New Orleans. When you go to New Orleans, I'm asking blacks down there to save your money and help me buy some mini buses. I want about 10 mini buses to set up a bus service schedule to go in and out of every hotel to haul those blacks over to that community where they can be entertained and be fed and dined and wined and taken back to the hotel until we build our own hotel in New Orleans. New Orleans has about a 67% black population. They don't own anything in the whole city. And we're going to change that and turn it around. That's what I was in New Orleans for, and we're getting it together real fast. We're getting all kinds of support. Not only all support from blacks, I got a lot of whites all over the country trying to help us too. They understand the need. So get one thing clear now. All whites are not bad. That's what I'm saying. We got a heck of a lot of whites that are helping us all over the country.